lot of wood, but it's a little wet. And that, when it cracked like that, did you hear it?
Mm-hmm.
That means it's almost dry, but it's not totally dry. And I only crack under my knee or under my foot, not on top of your knee.
Mm-hmm.
No. Under the foot. But see how that goes like that?
Mm-hmm.
It's not quite entirely dry. So, and the bark is holding moisture in. So this won't catch right away. You got to get a good base underneath you. So we're cheating today. We're cheating with some dry sharp wood. And we're going to make some fuzz sticks, just so you know how to make fuzz sticks, because it's worth trying. I'm going to put this one up. I like to have a base that the fuzz stick, say this was a fuzz stick, could lean against so there's air underneath it. Because a fire needs air and fuel. All right, and we have a bunch of this stuff, but we don't know how well it's going to burn because it's nice and small. It's not hemlock twigs. That would be ideal. All those dry hemlock twigs, we call them mouse tails.
Yep. I don't see.
No
There's a
hemlock
couple
here.
white
There's a pine
pines.
tree way up
That's
there.
about it. Everything else is not what we're looking for. Here's our Airbnb. Ta-da! There's Jean-Marie. Bonsoir.
Bonsoir. So, I'm going to pull out another one of these. And we're going to make a fuzz stick next in just a second.
Okay.
And now, if we were doing the main guide camp for teaching teens and middle schoolers how to make a fire, and we would have a billet, and a billet would be like a log that has a round. It might have bark on it, might not, but it's a round. It may be this big, might be this big, and they were given a knife, and they are given a wet piece of billet that's been soaked 20 minutes. Why? Because they wanted a wet day fire. So this program is really good about training Maine guides, and it's the teen version of it, and they pass a whole lot of tests, and wet day fire is one of them. So we've made a mallet. It says mallet. That's pretty lightweight. This is an old one. These were just shop wood. It was, pine. Well, so it gets chewed up. It still works though, right? We have a little tomahawk hatchet if we need that to chop up some things. But middle school kids can't use axes. They actually should not be. And I learned it. They have not the wherewithal to really do it properly. So I'm going to take this like that. And I'm going to look for the grain and follow the grain. It's all going down. This is just an old piece of wood. We'll see if it chops. I'm right-handed. I'm putting my knife in my left hand, and I'm going to hit it. And I'm putting the knife close to the handle. Don't hit the handle. They break these things. This is a Mora knife.
It's like a $9 knife.
Yeah, $10 version, $9 version. And Mora knives are great. These ones are rusty because they're carbon. They are not stainless steel, which holds an edge better, and the carbon does. But you don't want, because it doesn't have a full tang, which means that the blade goes all the way to the end. Those are safe for hitting on. This one can break off, and I've seen it happen. So we're going to hit it here and hit it right there. So let's see if it works. Now, when I get real close down there, what's kind of fun about this, let me see if I can do this one upside down, is that you can twist your knife. That didn't work. And you twist your knife and it will pop off. Let me see if I can do the grain goes this way. I just want to get you a nice sample. Come on, stay still. I'm trying to hit it lightly so that I get to the point where I can twist it off for you. It went up by itself. We'll try again.
This can be our first YouTube video.
Never mind, this piece isn't working. However,
It's doing great.
I like fuzz sticks out of something about this size. Twist it, but it will twist from about here usually. Why do I like that size? Because I can use all four corners to make fuzz to stay on.
Is fuzz the same as a feather stick?
Yep,
Okay.
fuzz stick is a feather stick. Jessie calls them feather sticks because they look like feathers. Right, so I have some more knives in my pockets for you guys. Get your permission form in.
Sign the waiver.
Like this?
Yep. Here you go with a piece of wood to do it with.
All right.
Don't do it up in your arms like the kids try to do it. Do it against a rock or a piece of
In your
wood or something.
arms?
Okay? You want it to look with a lot of big fat, oh, here's one came off. Big fat pieces on it because the fire needs air, but it needs fuel. And I want the stick to catch. So if I do 3 of these and I put one like that, and the next one I make, I put, oh, what do you need?
Oh, look at it.
I put one like
So-
that, and I put the next one over it that are all fuzz sticks. They'll catch off each other, and then I will actually have a fire because these will be caught. Number 1 safety issue, this knife never goes down on the ground
Oops.
without it being in its case. This case is on me, so I'll put it there. And make sure it goes in so it locks, not backwards, where it won't quite catch. But don't put it down. Personal experience, don't put it down. All right, so this one, I'd like to get another one out of this. Would you like to cut it, Jean Marie?
Sure.
Okay, so we're gonna give you a stick. I'm gonna give you a knife. You find yourself a spot that is in your safety circle. So what can you tell us about how that's, here, I'll take my shirt.
Is this not enough air?
No, that's
Oh.
good, but what can you tell us about the angle of your blade and the pressure you're putting on your handle and how tight you're holding that knife? Can you tell us anything about that?
I don't know.
Okay, well, I'm going to suggest that her angle is pretty flat. She might have a little bit more angle to start with and then flatten it out and hold it there and have
Okay.
control all
that's
the way
what
to
I'm
the
doing?
bottom. Is
I'm
the,
not splitting
Yeah, I
it.
do feel like I'm
I'm doing the
losing
same?
control.
you're splitting.
You're
I'm
gonna.
splitting?
Yep.
Okay,
Damn.
I
Go
did
with
that
that.
then.
So what I find is I'm like accidentally cutting them
Nope,
all
stop.
off.
Put your, follow me. I'm going to do it and you're going to follow me. I'm going to put it here. I'm going to put my left hand, are you left-handed?
Uh-huh, no, I'm right then.
Okay, put your left hand on your blade. You're going to take your handle and you're going to have that handle, you're going to hit not the handle near the blade, but you're going to hit it further out. And you're going to just whack it until,
Oh,
all right,
look at
right
that.
now, twist, don't whack anymore, twist. No, don't use it, yeah, twist.
Yeah, and it splits it.
Well, that one had a little hole in it, and that's why I did, but that's about where you can twist it. This is almost twisted off.
So she's created one.
Okay, watch
and you're
this.
gonna leave it at that?
Here. Twist it right out.
Uh-huh.
Isn't that fun? She's created what?
Just a small piece of
Fuzz stick.
kindling as opposed to a feather stick?
These are feather sticks. She's making a feather stick now
Okay.
on the corners, right? And when you start low because the next one's going to be higher. This is just practice. We're just practicing.
So you keep it pretty flat and you keep it going.
So I go in a bit of an angle and then I flatten it out.
Okay.
Some of this wood's harder than others. Now imagine doing this with a piece of wood that came out of the woods off of a tree directly. Now some of them have grain that works really well, but some of them are going to be harder.
So you want to angle it so you get a bite and then you flatten it. To,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think what she did.
Can you see? Because it's getting dark.
I can see.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh shoot.
That's nice, good. So they're not super long, but you've got a lot of them, and they're long enough to try catching that.
Good enough for government work? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, that's excellent.
Yeah.
She's a sculptor.
Now see, if I had to cut this in half one more time, I could get both sides. This way I can only get a little bit
Oh,
off
you
of the
guys are
flat
really
piece.
good at this.
I've done this every day for like 5 years.
This is what you get when you suck at it. See?
No, that's not suck
No,
compared to what
that's
the
not
kids are doing.
true.
Oh, okay.
It looks great, Lisa.
Oh,
And save
that's
your
what it
little
looks
bits.
being patronized by a sculptor who's an incredible artist. And I'll take it. I'll take every bite of
It's
it.
all right, I just lost all mine off of this one. But I've saved all these pieces.
Okay, I need another
Yes.
task.
You need another task.
We're gonna start it soon, huh?
Do we need to
When
split?
we
Can I split something else?
Oh,
I
you
like
should try
splitting.
splitting here.
I mean, I could go.
I'm gonna put a couple on there, but not much, because I don't want to weigh that down.
I like the furry feathers. The ones that are all like
The furry
fluffy,
feathers.
fluffy.
And these knives need sharpened again. So if you're running a program for a bunch of students, these Mora knives work just great. I never leave them out. They're always in my car. They're never left in a shop where other kids have access to it. So pay attention. You can make a special bag for them. Really important. And there's a permission slip for each kid that gives them tool permission, and all the different tools are listed. One kid told me today, this week, he said, "You wrote down axes, small axes." And I said, "Yeah, but you're not using them." So he thought that there were going to be axes in middle school, but there are not. But I will let them learn how to use the tomahawk, because that's pretty small. I don't want kids swinging axes way up over their heads like this at that age when they're just getting a hold of where their bodies are. All right, are we ready? Who's going to start this fire?
Oh,
Wait,
we
need
can't do it
flint and
without
steel.
letting everybody know. They want to know. Margaret.
Okay,
1,
I'll
2,
tell
3,
Kara.
4,
She's the
5,
only
6.
one.
Yes.
Here's the flint
We're
and
gonna
steel.
light the milkweed.
So the flint and steel has a groove here. The back of the knife doesn't work as well, but what does work is this really cool thing, but I'll show you this first. Now if I hold it in the air, I can get it going, but if I hold it down on something, I have a lot more pressure.
Right.
And I can push on it harder. Hard to do in a fire, especially if you're doing it on a piece of wood. So who's gonna like this thing?
Can I try? But how, isn't that gonna explode? Like,
No,
in
what's going to
flames?
happen is this right here is going to burn, and we're going to immediately hold a stick over it, and then another stick over that one, and then one more stick over that one, because the fire may start here, or it might start way over there.
Oh, because they're like a burst of
And
sparks.
so if you just hold this on here and have it pre-built with this kind of a system,
Yeah.
you don't know where it's going to start, and it may go out by the time it gets to your sticks. So I like to be on it and build the fire. It's a baby, get it going.
I was just
Jesse
thinking,
talked about
like,
the baby, right?
effects. So,
Bonna, is there a trick not to?
Stop. Put
What?
the knife in your hand.
Ah,
Is there not a trick to what?
so that you don't, it
Look,
doesn't go
it's
all the way down
control, but control of your hand. Like I put a lot of pressure right here, like feel that, like right there is where, and right here
all right,
Yeah.
is
is
it,
where I've got pressure for that.
is it
More
like
like
here?
I gotta be ready for
that,
Okay.
then knife.
that kind of angle.
Like this angle?
under it.
Oh, under
Here's
it,
that,
okay.
Yeah,
Under
angle it? No. You can do it under it like that, but here is you're under the fire.
Under the fire.
So you're right here with this fire, and sometimes
And
I
what
just
kind of
pick
an
the
angle
fire
on
up.
this?
Yeah, just try it. Just go. No, start up here.
Oh, okay, okay.
Way up, as far
Way
as
up,
you can.
way
Give it a
up.
long sweep. You have to keep doing it. It's kind of damp. One, quickly do
I do more?
another one
Oh,
because it's
do
gonna
another
go
spark?
out.
Oh, okay.
Get the not a spark. No, get
Oh,
the
off.
spark out of here. I need somebody else on one of these.
Fire.
Hold, not that. This.
But the
one
feather
that has
stick.
all
Put the
little
feather
bits
stick right over that.
with all little
Now
bits.
put it down at an angle, so it on it,
Like a teepee.
on it, on that one. So it on it, so it will catch and keep burning. Because we're gonna lose it here.
The next contestant on alone.
No, not gonna do that.
Oh, this is
All right, so one
my
on
birthday.
top of the other.
I just want to do this like fireworks.
Fun, man.
Fireworks.
That's what the kids do.
Fireworks. Fireworks. Oh, there's more I can do
You have a
over here.
pyromaniac over there.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, you ready?